Hi, I'm Sarah Light, Agronomy Advisor with the University of California Cooperative Extension. Today we're going to do a field demonstration on how to collect bulk density samples. What you need to collect bulk density samples are an auger and your bulk density sampling equipment. In this case, we'll be using what's called a Madeira tube. The most important thing with bulk density sampling is to go slowly and be precise. With bulk density, you're collecting a known volume of sample and then drying your soil and getting the dry weight. Then you have a ratio of weight to volume for a known section of your field. Depth. We're going to be collecting in field today from 0 to 1 foot, 1 to 2 foot, and 3 to 4 foot, down to 5 feet for neutron probe measurements to 5 feet to understand soil moisture dynamics. However, for this video, I'm just going to be doing the demo of how to do bulk density sampling. So to begin, you auger to the depth that you want to collect your soil. In this case, we're collecting in the top foot. So I've marked my auger at the point where the middle sample that comes out is at the middle of my 0 to 12 inch depth. Now that I've successfully augered my hole, I will take my Madeira tube. The Madeira tube has two components. This is what extracts the soil, and this is the tube that goes down to, mine actually has a second extender and it'll go down to a 10-foot depth. So with this, you connect the attachment in and carefully turn it in. As with any type of field work, you want to make sure not to lose equipment in the field. And if this isn't very tightly secured, you may lose it. And if you're at your 5-foot depths of sampling, it will be very, very tedious to remove. This helps you have leverage to get the sample out. I'm putting my tube into the hole that I've augered, and then in this case, I don't have to use very much of my body weight, but with this, you can actually jump on it if you're down at a depth and you really want to get it in. Once you have the Madeira tube in the field, you kind of have to twist it around to make sure that it is extracting a full volume of soil. And actually, in this case, it did not extract a volume of soil that was full. So we're going to have to try again. So, you want to make sure that your Madeira tube extraction portion is full. In this case, I can feel that it is filled with soil. Now, the fun begins. I have here 2 putty knives. What this does is it blocks off a known section of my tube. They can be a little challenging to fit in, and we just want to slowly work them in, taking care not to really disturb the soil inside. I work it in a little bit on either end to try to get a clear, flat portion across. There we go. You want to make sure that the wide part of your putty knife is in the Madeira tube when you begin to clean out the edges of the tube. Because if not, what can happen is that you can lose soil through the side of the narrow bit of the putty knife. So what we'll do now that our tubes are in, but to remove it, I'll do this. You twist it, remove it from the tube, and then put the longer part, the flatter and wider part of the putty knives through. Then, with another putty knife or sometimes a screwdriver, you want to carefully work out the soil. And you want to kind of keep it sideways so that you don't have a lot lost from the sides. So now, I have a known volume of my tube that is filled with soil. I'm now going to remove the putty knives. I'm now going to empty the soil that's left in the tube into this bag. In this case, I was able to get it out with the putty knife alone, but sometimes you need to use a screwdriver to really get in there. You then oven dry your sample, take the dry weight, and then you have the known weight of your soil as a ratio of your volume. Thank you.